Fenerbahçe are one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, however, they have not won a league title since 2014, and just this past week, they have turned to the special one. They have turned to José Mourinho to try and build their squad back to where they should be, and that is the top of Turkish football. Today we're going to simulate through José Mourinho's career at Fenerbahçe, see if he is able to turn this side around. Can José Mourinho rebuild Fenerbahçe into Turkish champions? Here we are at Fenerbahçe. As we can see on the right hand side here, José Mourinho is the manager of this Turkish giant. We are on the 10th of June 2024 because we are using FM RTE's custom start date as well as the real results. So as you can see, if we look at the league table, Galatasaray have just won the league on 102 points, with Fenerbahçe finishing on 99. Agonisingly missing out on the title despite finishing with 99 points, but that's how it is. So we're starting from the season that's just about to start when José Mourinho will take over in real life. As we can see, if we look at the history, they won the league last in 2014, and then from then they finished second again, dropped to third, up to second, but then 6th, 7th, 3rd and 2 second place finishes. They have not won a title in a long time. They did, however, win the Turkish Cup in 2023, but that was their first Turkish Cup in 10 years. So it is going to be a bit of a job for him to rebuild this, but he does have a good squad to start with. We have Dominik Livakovic in goals. Everybody knows who he is. Used to be able to sign him quite cheaply from Dinamo Zagreb. Again, a very good goalkeeper, will be key in this rebuild for Jose. Other players in the squad we have are Turkish internationals like Mert Mulder, Ferdi Kadıoğlu. Everybody knows him. Very versatile player, great player, 24-year-old. He'll be key as well. We have other players like Fred. Everybody knows Fred, ex-Man United central midfielder, 31-year-old Brazilian, will be very good in the Super League in Turkey. Other players that you will have heard of, Ryan Kent. If you're like me and you follow any of Scottish football, Ryan Kent used to play for Rangers. He's not actually done too well in Turkey. He fell out with the manager, so I don't know if he'll actually be part of Jose's plans in real life or in this simulation. We'll find out. Cenk Ünder, ex-Roma and Marseille, Leicester player, winger, both sides, can play with both feet, Turkish international. Again, another player that could be key here. Ifran Can Kaveki, again another player that a lot of FM players will know. Great technical and mental attributes. Can play right across front three, could be vital in this rebuild. So as we have Dusan Tadic, absolutely phenomenal player. His attributes speak for themselves. Both footed, can play in the wing, can play just off the striker, can play up front. Another good player. However, he is 35 years old, so he may get replaced quite early on. Other players that you will have heard of is Joshua King, again forward, winger. Enough said about him. Edin Dzeko, another brilliant player. Just look at his attributes, still absolutely phenomenal. However, he's 38, so another player that will need to be moved on, another player that will need to be replaced. We have Michy Batshuayi, again another striker, good striker for this division, but again he's 30 years old. This is a club with a lot of older players. If we look at the younger players, we have Ferdi Kadıoğlu, who's 24, but then after that you've got a 23-year-old Jaden and a 21-year-old Do, and then after that everybody's over the age of 25, everybody's older. You've got Soyuncu as well, forgot to mention him, centre back, everyone knows, Leicester, on loan from Atletico Madrid. But what we'll do now is we will simulate to the end of the transfer window, which is mid-September I believe, and we'll see if José Mourinho has been able to move anybody out, bring some people in, see if he's been able to start moulding this club into his shape. So here we have it, we are on the 16th of September, the transfer window has just shut. As you can see on the right hand side here, Mourinho's played 10 games as the manager, won 4, drawn 2, lost 2, 6% win rate. We will take a look and see how he's been getting on so far. So in the league, 3 wins from 4. So we've beat Kasımpaşa 3-1, Gaziantep 2-1 and Galatasaray 1-0 in the derby. Absolutely crucial, that one. And we have drawn with Alanyaspor 1 each. If we take a look at some of the signings that have been made, we can see José Mourinho has signed Levent Mercan, who is a German left back, can play in the midfield as well, both footed, looks like he could be a reasonable player. He's been brought in for about £1 million. Radi Krunic coming in from Milan, again another central midfielder, can play with both feet, however again he's 30 years old. Next up we have Mithat Pala, I've not heard of him myself, Turkish international, come in from Rizespor, again another central midfielder. He must be playing with a dominant midfield if he's going with this many signings. And the last player for £1.4 million is Bayrak Hadar. Butchered that, I do apologise, but again he is a striker, looks alright, looks reasonable. He's 22 years old, so he'll add a bit of youth compared to some of the other players. Players going out, we've got Zaj, Elmaz, Kuku and Galvo. I don't know who any of these players are, so I don't know if they're a big loss. If I am wrong, let me know. Now if you look tactically, he's going with the 5-3-2, 2 strikers, 2 central midfielders, 1 DM, 2 wing backs, 3 central defenders. Very similar to how he played his time at Roma. But there we have it, that's how he has shaped the squad for the start of the season. And if we take a look at the other competitions, we will see, not in the Champions League by Porto unfortunately, we are in the Europa League, and as we are in 2024 it is the massive league of 36 teams. So we should finish in the top 24 from that, I would imagine. We'll actually just take a look and see who our fixtures are against. So we have Lille, Werder Bremen, Cluj, Chelsea, Young Boys, Partizan, Feyenoord and West Ham. So I'm confident of finishing in the top 24 with that. However, top 8 might be a bit of an ask. We'll see exactly how it looks. But for now, we'll skip ahead to the end of the season. We'll see exactly if José Mourinho has been able to rebuild Fenerbahçe in Season 1 and maybe win them some more silverware. We are at the end of Season 1 with José Mourinho. It's the 3rd of June 2025, and as you can see, we have won the league. We've won the league for the first time since 2013-14. Predicted to finish second. We've managed to top the table. Europa League, unfortunately, we were knocked out in the playoff round by Club Brugge, and we were the runners-up in the Cup. In the Cup, we unfortunately lost to Antalyaspor 2-1. We should have been winning that, unfortunately. I keep saying we, I don't know why. This isn't my rebuild, it's José Mourinho's. But we'll take a look and we will see exactly how he's got on in terms of fixtures, see if anything jumps out at us. We've had a lot of good runs, some big wins. We beat Chelsea. In fact, we'll take a look at the league phase and we can see we finished 9th. We just missed out on that top 8, but we did well. Won 5 games, Partizan, Young Boys, Chelsea, Werder Bremen and Lille. Drew with Feyenoord and lost to West Ham and Cluj. But if we go back and we will take a look, just see kind of what sort of finances we have for next summer. José Mourinho has £36 million to spend and he has about £300,000 in the wage budget. How will José Mourinho spend this money? How will he transform this club and continue to dominate in Turkish football? As you can see, he had a 68% win rate in Season 1, 41 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses, 102 goals scored, 47 conceded. It has been a great season already. First trophy in the bag for José Mourinho's rebuild. We'll skip ahead to the end of the transfer window and see exactly how we get on for Season 2. Before we get into it, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the support on the channel recently. Whether you've left a comment, you've left a like, you've watched a video, you've subscribed to the channel, it all means the absolute world to me. If some of you have not subscribed yet, just click the button. It helps me out massively, helps push my videos out to a wider audience. As well, we have the Patreon page, which I'm looking to get promoted a bit more. You can have every single tactic file, every single rebuild file we do, whether it's my rebuilds, José Mourinho's rebuilds, any experiment databases I do, they will all be going on the Patreon page. And if you sign up, you will get access to these straight away, as well as many other perks. But for now, that's enough of the shameless plug. Let's get into the transfers. A couple of players we actually missed. Rodrigo Riquelme came in January of Season 1. Came in for £4.8 million, played 9 times from the start, 11 times off the bench, got 1 goal, 1 assist. So a really good pickup for him. As you can see, absolutely amazing, really versatile player. I've signed him a couple of times myself, really good, both footed, likes cutting inside from both wings. He'll be phenomenal, either in the centre of midfield or on either of the wing back slots. Another January signing last year that we missed was Memphis Depay. £8 million for the 31-year-old Dutchman. Absolutely clinical player for him. He will have been great for us. He has played 19 times last season, scored 7 goals, 2 assists. He will have been key in getting that title over the line. And the last January signing that we missed out on was Selic from Roma, José Mourinho's old side. He came in for £11 million and he played 22 times last season, providing 1 assist. So another, again, versatile player, can play on the right, can play on the left, both footed. José Mourinho seems to like these players that can play on both sides. It'll be key when he's playing with 2 wing backs. The bombing up and down, they will get tired a lot, so a lot of rotation is needed in these areas. But now we'll actually go and look at what we're going to, and that's the transfers for Season number 2. Transfers for Season number 2, unfortunately, Ifran Cancheveke has left the club. He has left on a free contract. He didn't sign a new deal with José Mourinho. He's gone. Unlucky for us, but great pickup for Almacia. Juan Perez is also out of the door, centre back, left side midfield, 31-year-old Brazilian. I don't know if he played much for José Mourinho. Let's have a look. He actually did. He played 37 times last season. He's again away for free. Obviously didn't sign a new contract. He's away, but José Mourinho clearly didn't want him. And now for the first of only 2 ins, we have Nachi Univar. Dutch winger, can play on the left hand side, can play just behind the striker, can play everywhere. Both footed, as we know. Product of the Ajax Youth Academy. 22-year-old, he looks like a great little player. He'll be a good player for years to come under José Mourinho. starting to bring in some of these younger players that are needed in this rebuild. And speaking of young wingers, we're going the complete opposite way. We have signed Riyad Mahrez from Al Ahly. I'm assuming his contract ran out. Nope, we signed him for £3 million. I don't know if he'll get much game time, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, because he's not currently registered by José Mourinho, and it is the last day of the transfer window. Maybe he'll register him and he'll get a couple of games, who knows. But he's on £100,000 a week, 34-year-old Riyad Mahrez. Let's hope he actually does play. We're going to look at the tactics, see exactly if he has changed things up. Still going with the 5-3-2, still going with that. So we'll take a look and actually see some of the players, see how we're getting on already. The squad now looks absolutely massive. Taking a look, it's because they've called up a lot of young players, obviously to bolster out the squad, probably for some registration reasons as well. If we take a look at the competitions, we will see in the Champions League, we are in the group stage this year, and we'll take a look at those fixtures in a wee second, but we have won the Turkish Super Cup, I'm assuming that is. We've beat Antalyaspor 2-0. Are we able to see this? We're not able to see the fixture there, but we've won the Super Cup. I keep saying we, this is not my rebuild, this is José Mourinho's, and already in the league we have won 4 from 4, beating Alanyaspor, Başakşehir, Adana and Hatayspor. Joint on points with Galatasaray. It's looking very good indeed. So we'll jump ahead to the end of Season 2, see exactly how José Mourinho has managed to get on in his second season in Istanbul. Before we look at how we've got on, Ferdi Kadioglu left the club in January for £17 million away to Saudi Arabia. Massive loss for the club. He was a Turkish international, 26-year-old, very versatile. He'll be missed. But now we'll go and see exactly how Jose got on throughout the second season. We won the Super Cup, lost in the 5th round of the Turkish Cup to Trabzonspor, knocked out in the playoff round to Atletico Madrid. We'll actually take a look and see how the league phase looked. How did they end up? They finished in 18th place, winning 2 games, beating Red Star and Slavia Prague, drawing 4 against Juventus, Copenhagen, Roma and Valencia, and losing out to Chelsea and AC Milan before the knockout playoff round, being beaten 5-0 in aggregate by Atletico Madrid. That is a tough one to take. But they went ahead and again won the league. José Mourinho has won the league 2 seasons in a row. He's won the Turkish Super Cups. He's already won 3 trophies in his time here. We take a look at the players that he's had at his disposal. Tadic scored 16 goals. He is retiring, unfortunately. Dzeko scored 15 goals. He's also retiring. We had Memphis Depay with 13 goals, and then from there it's a bit of a drop off. He's going to need to replace those 2 strikers. It'll be a tough ask. How much money has José Mourinho got this season? In terms of finances, we get just £9.5 million in the bank balance, £47 million to spend, however, and about £180,000 in the wage budget left. So here we have it, Season 2, they have won a double and they're back on top. They're on top of Turkish football. Can this continue for José Mourinho? We'll jump ahead to the start of Season 3, see what transfers have been made. So at the start of Season 3, they are the runners-up in the Super Cup this time, losing 2-1 to Trabzonspor. Turkish Cup's not started yet. We're currently top of the Champions League group, beat St Gallen and Leverkusen. We'll take a look in a second and see who else we will play. In terms of the league, 5 games played, 4 games won. We've beaten Trabzon, Konyaspor, Samsunspor and Besiktas, and drawing with Galatasaray. So Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray level on points on 13. Great so far. Taking a look at the transfers made this summer. Romelu Lukaku is coming for free. Romelu Lukaku will be an absolute beast in the Turkish league. However, again, he's 33 years old. I don't know how wise that decision will be. Demiral's come in for free as well. 20-year-old Turkish player, again, really good. Fills up that registration slot. Wilmer Barrios coming in from Zenit St Petersburg for £3.6 million. Defensive midfielder, really good mental attributes. Looks like a decent player, but again, he's 32 years old. José Mourinho loves these older players. Lucas Boy is coming from Granada for just over £20 million. 30-year-old again, Argentinian striker. Looks alright. Hopefully he can replace some of the goals lost out by Tadic and Dzeko retiring. Next up to sign was Jadon Sancho. Could be a good signing, 26-year-old free player. Jadon Sancho, however, he is already on the transfer list. So he was transfer listed on deadline day. I don't know why. So they have signed him for free and they've transfer listed him on deadline day. Bizarre. Next up was Eren El Mali. No idea who this is. Turkish international left back. You know, registration slots, they need a lot of wing backs. And Ali Amri Yanar from Kampasa. Again, 20-year-old goalkeeper, there to just kind of make up the numbers. In terms of the outs, anybody notable, Krunic is away for free, Ryan Kent's away to Bajikzar, £550,000. Other than that, I'm not too sure who they are. But there we have it, that is how we're looking at the start of the season. José Mourinho, 118 games now, 62% win rate. Go to end of season 3 and see exactly if he's managed to hold on to that league title again. We're at the end of season 3. We can see we've unfortunately lost out to Galatasaray in the league this season. Knocked out in the play-out round by Inter Milan in the Champions League and lost in quarterfinals to Galatasaray in the Turkish Cup. So not the best season for José Mourinho this time. However, Champions League qualification again. We'll take a look, see what sort of stats players are putting up. Lukaku 18 goals, Yalcin 16 goals, not sure who this is, Guven Yalcin, striker 28-year-old, again a lot of these older players coming through. Lucas Boy 14 goals. In terms of the assists, we have Rodrigo Riquelme, on the player signed in the first season. He has 2 goals and 15 assists this season, so really good output from him. But other than that, the players are a lot on the old side. Look at the amount of players we have kind of over the age of 28. Look at this. It's a massive impact years old. There's 16 players over the age of 28. Not that 28 years old, I'm 34 myself, so I'm as old as Fred and Lukaku, and I'm calling them old. I feel bad now. But there we have it. That's no trophies this season for José Mourinho. Going into next season, he again has £41 million to spend. He now has £300,000 to spend in the wage budget. The bank balance is in the red, as we can see here, but can he turn this around? Can he win another trophy and keep this rebuild going? So here we are, start of season number 4. Transfer window just shut. The social media followers are now up to 4.3 million. I think that's 3 million more than when we started. Media prediction is first. They're currently 8th. Take a look. 8th place with 8 points. However, only 2 points off top, so it's not actually as bad as it sounds at the start. In terms of transfers for this coming season, Salisu has come in on a free transfer. The 28-year-old Ghanaian centre back. Nice pick up there. Berke Ozer comes in from Adana for around £475,000. A goalkeeper, it'll be a backup, I would say. And then Luis Enrique in from Manchester City for £11.5 million. 26-year-old Brazilian, can play either side and as a striker. Looks reasonable, could be good for the Turkish division. And in terms of the outs, the only major one is Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay has left for Frankfurt for free. In his time at Fenerbahçe, he was quite good. Not phenomenal, quite good is the best I would describe him. And looking at the competitions, the Turkish Cup has not started yet. In terms of Champions League, they have won once, beating Copenhagen 3-0 and losing 2-0 to Manchester United. So not a great start, but an alright start again in the Champions League. However, although they're sitting 8th, they're only 2 points off top, so that could change quite quickly. So we'll go to the end of the season and see if José Mourinho has been able to wrestle back that league title for Fenerbahçe. Unfortunately, they have not wrestled back the league. As you can see, José Mourinho's Fenerbahçe finished in 3rd place this time. 21 points behind Galatasaray, that is poor. Champions League knocked out in the playoff round by Villarreal, but they did win the Turkish Cup, managing to beat Besiktas 1-0 in the final. Can we take a look? We can see Lukaku scoring in the 26th minute, still playing that 5-3-2, still looking as if he is playing the exact same way and still favouring the older players, which is not what you want to see in a rebuild, but it's won him a trophy. He has won the Turkish Cup. So there we go, that is a 3rd place finish this year. Champions League again making it to the knockouts, which is good progress, and winning the Turkish Cup. For this coming season, he has £34 million in the bank to spend, as well he has around £400,000 to spend in the wages. Overall, he's played 220 games as the manager. He's won 132, drawn 40, lost 40, win percentage of 60%, so it has been a very good time so far. So we'll now jump ahead to the end of the transfer window, see what kind of business he's done this year, see if he can this time finish better than 3rd. 2 first place finishes, then drop to 2nd, then drop to 3rd. Hopefully he doesn't drop any further, and hopefully he can get back to the top of the pile. Start of season 5, and José Mourinho will not be taking Fenerbahçe back to the top of Turkish football, because as you can see, we're on the 8th of August, and he is no longer the manager. We'll take a look and see exactly what's happened. José Mourinho resigned as manager after 4 years and 39 days in charge. He managed to win the Super League twice in 2025 and 2026, the first 2 seasons of his rebuild. He won the Turkish Super Cup in 2025, and in 2028 he won the Turkish Cup. So has he left to go to another job? He is. José Mourinho has left. He is the manager of Belgium now. But I would say in his 4 years at the club, compared to what they had won, he has done a very good job. He has won 4 trophies for Fenerbahçe, despite the fact he's only won 1 in the last 10 years. So there we have it. That's the José Mourinho Fenerbahçe rebuild done. If there's any other managers you would like to see me try this with, whether it's Slot at Liverpool, Company at Bayern Munich, anybody you can think of, let me know in the comments down below and I can get that arranged for you. But as always, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.